Any millennials in the room?
Are you ready?
Oh my God.
It's the mentality.
What's up, y'all? You're listening to the Millennial Mentality Podcast, where strength meets vulnerability. I'm your host, Erin.
And of course, I'm Chris. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new here, it's about fucking time, all right? But remember, like, comment, subscribe, DM us any questions you may have, all that good shit. Like they said, link is in the bio.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got a link tree.
Yes, finally.
I will be working on that a little bit. Okay, little vocals.
Okay.
Shit. Excuse the cough. This weather.
You see, we got the tea. It's cold as fuck outside.
Before asking you how you been, I'm just going to how I've been. This change of weather is kicking my ass.
Okay.
I hate it every year. Go to bed, I be hot as shit. I wake up in the middle of the night, freezing cold, throat hurting. This shit is annoying. But my last 2 weeks, I guess 2 weeks or whatever, I had a great fucking time. I went, took a little trip to King's Dominion.
Oh yeah. We didn't even talk about that.
I was slightly disappointed with the park.
Why?
I love King's Dominion. The rides I still had a good time on the rides, whatever, but it was a lot of rides that were not open. The water
Why, 'cause
park
it was cold?
It's September. So the water park is shut down. Some of the rides were not open because they don't have enough staff. Most of their staff is high schools or college students, and everybody's going back to school. So that was that. But outside of that, I think I got food poisoning. I found the clean Waffle House. The food still ran through
I've
me.
never been to Waffle House.
But the Waffle House was good. The food was good.
But that gave you food poisoning?
No.
Oh.
The last place I went to, I'm not going to say their name. The food was great. The food was really good. And it's not necessarily them, because it was another place I ate at before them where they probably actually gave me food poisoning. I just don't fucking know. We went to 3 different places. Waffle House, there's one restaurant that gave like a Miller's feel, and then this last restaurant was like a brunch place. I almost said the fucking name. But the last place,
Why
the
do you
food
want to
was
say
good.
their name?
Because I don't want to put the food poisoning on them, because I don't think I don't know if the food poisoning came from them or came from the place before that's like Miller's. I feel like it's from the place that's like
all
Miller's.
On the same day, or date back to back?
Back to back.
Like day to day.
Like today I ate, tomorrow I ate.
Right. So then, how did you feel after each time that you ate? Like when you woke up the next morning, how did you feel? Because that would give you an indication of who's what.
Then it would be, but they say it could take up to 48 hours for food poisoning. That's the thing. It's like I didn't really feel it until I got back here. Well, I wouldn't even say when I got back here. Like I was on a road. Like when I started getting high, I'm getting nauseous, and it was like it was real bad. But anyway, neither here nor there. Did that. The best part from down there was sitting at the bar. Great conversation. And then came back and I went to, I forgot what's the name of their tour, but Maxwell Jasmine Sullivan in October, London. They sounded fucking amazing. Amazing. I was hyped because I love Jasmine, and it was like my first time actually hearing her live sing. Well, no, I'm lying because I actually heard her sing a little tune like this close one time. At my friend's wedding reception.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's so cool.
She wasn't performing nothing. Like I was doing the hors d'oeuvres and she was doing the sound check. This is my second time technically live hearing her actually sing, but this was like me, like she's singing. She's not sound checking. She's not a little harmony. She's singing. Maxwell, I'm surprised to find out that he puts on a show.
Okay.
That old motherfucker be all over the place. He puts on a good show. I give it to him. He's dancing. He's jumping on stuff. He's down in the crowd. Like, he's putting on the show.
What his body looking like? He's still
like he looked limber.
Okay.
He was his famous joint. He like 50s. I think he in his 50s.
Really?
He's like doing his little famous dance, like dropping low and little ego on joint. Yeah. And he jump back up, bounce around the stage like he's in good shape.
Right.
Braids long as shit.
Oh, what are you saying?
Ooh. So it was a real good, very good show. And then I went right back to work.
Yeah, the fun has to end someday.
No, it don't, but whatever. I guess it do. We gotta make
Sound like
money.
you had a good time.
I did. I didn't have. I don't think I had any bad moment. It was very relaxing, very fun trip.
I love that for you.
Now I ain't see you in a month for
Almost
Sundays.
2 weeks. I know. I have a things have been going. Like, I do have good news. I I told you. Well, y'all don't know, but I applied for the master's program.
I said speaking to existence.
I applied for the master's program and I got accepted the
Told
other
you.
day. Yeah, but you know what happened, child? I wasn't even excited. I immediately got stressed the fuck out because they talking about, oh, you gotta have a $500 deposit within 3 weeks, and I'm trying to move. Where the $500 gonna come from? And then you know what else I did? My dumb ass was too busy trying to get into the program, forgot to apply for FAFSA, and the deadline for that had already ended. I still went and tried to apply after the fact, but we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, like it did say in the email, like if you do need to push your start date, yeah, it can do that. So I'm gonna have a conversation with her on Monday, about it. But yeah, I was like immediately stressed the fuck out because I'm like $500 in 3 weeks. Why deposit? I ain't never heard no deposit for a school. But I guess it's some different shit for masters, But I did. I got in, so I'm excited.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. It'll be nice though because
I told you so.
I know. I don't know. I don't know. But my original start date was in January, but it would be nice if I'm able to push it back, so I won't have to worry about it during your trip.
When are you thinking about pushing it back to if you can?
Probably won't be the fall semester, which will probably be like August or something.
A whole year?
No, like August next year.
That's damn near a whole year.
I know, but originally it was supposed to be January.
But in that case, you get some time to mentally prepare.
Right, because I'm still trying to move and things like that. And then we're going on a trip in January. And then I'll be starting school too. But granted, I planned on doing it. We'll see how the conversation goes on Monday. And that'll determine. And then if I hear back from FAFSA, what they say to me and how much they're able to give me.
August will be more ideal.
It would be. So we'll see. I'll definitely give you guys an update on what happens because.
What's up?
But I'm excited. I
ain't going back. I commend you for that because I damn sure not going back to school.
Oh no, I'm not really looking forward to it, but I know
that's what's up to all your people who do go back and seek higher education. I got my degree and I walked away with it. Yeah. And that's it. I ain't look back, and I don't think I'm ever going to look back.
I know.
I like school, so I like sitting in like a class setting, like talking and learning amongst other people, learning and stuff. But I don't like it when it's like. This is like I have to consistently do this. This is for a degree. I gotta.
It's hard work.
Paper. I don't want all that. I want it to be like fun. Like we all just kick back, like a group of us just talking, and I'm being educated on something I didn't know. I like that.
Yeah.
I like to learn, but I don't want it to be like, damn, I gotta get this degree. Yeah. I gotta pay. Fuck yo. I gotta do these papers. I gotta take this test. No, midterms coming up. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not looking forward to it, but I think that what helps is that I'll be learning about something that I'm interested in. So that kind of makes it easier.
Now, what is this one for?
Social work. Ultimately, I wanted to do marriage and family therapy, but I was having a hard time finding like a school that was like in person that offered online. Because in person was too much. Like work and then traveling to school, and that's just too much. So I just thought I would do it online.
What school did you sign up with?
Temple. So I'm still able to go there and like utilize their campus because I want to just be able to speak to somebody in person if I need to, as opposed to everything being online, based online, or in another state. So yeah, that happened. So yeah, y'all. Side note, going back to my recap, I have been almost 4 weeks locked. I got locked, September 3rd or the 5th? It was a Wednesday in the beginning of the month, so I remember.
Okay, I was about to say, you never said August, and you was not locked.
I know, but that was the last recording, so.
Whatever, I'm still bringing
about my mistakes. So yeah, I'm almost 4 weeks locked, and I feel like I'm looking good. I need another haircut, but, judge your mom, don't judge me.
I'm no weeks locked.
Yes, Baldy.
I'm like almost like 2 days, 3 days away from another haircut, but
It look fine to me.
But anyway.
But yeah. So our topic today, we are talking about what's right versus what's convenient. And we all know what's convenient ain't always right for us. Like, you know, I've been wanting some wings for the last couple of days. Wings aren't that bad, but you know.
Was it convenient?
Yeah. Because I ain't got no food in the house. As opposed to going shopping. Well, the right thing to do is to spend money on grocery shopping and spend like $30 just on one order of wings that's going to serve me for one serving.
I was right would have been you making a peanut butter and jelly and calling it a day. Because wings ain't right for you anyway.
Yes, they are. It's protein.
Not fried.
Well.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Okay. That's the question.
Okay. So, can you think of a time when you had to choose between doing what was morally right and what was convenient for you? And how did you navigate that decision? And what impact did it have on you and your others?
So, this is the situation I'm thinking about. And I'm like, it's eating me up because I'm like, was it morally wrong? So, situation is, at one point I was dating my mechanic. Now,
he was fixing that car for free?
Not for basically for free, for extremely low. But I'm the person like I'm gonna tell you charge me normal price, knowing that you're not gonna charge me normal price. But I'm gonna continue to tell you to charge me normal price, treat me like a regular customer, knowing that you're not gonna treat me like a regular customer. So I don't feel no type of way about it because I told you to charge me normal price. Anyway, it was. I'm speaking from my side. I don't know. They might see this. They might not know my end of it. I feel like I expressed myself enough. But for me, it went from a emotional relationship, like a actual like physical emotional relationship, to a professional and private relationship mixing together. Because what?
Well, wait. Before you move forward, what's not right about dating a mechanic?
What wasn't right about the situation is I kept going back to dealing with my mechanic to get work done on my car and being involved with him when I knew I shouldn't have been dealing with my mechanic. Like the way I was being treated, the shit that was happening was like I should have left a long time ago. Like the right thing would have been doing is like me going on and finding another mechanic. Thank you for doing that too, because I was about to drag that fucking story on. But the right thing would have been for me to find another mechanic. Find somebody else to work on my car that I'm not involved in, that I'm not emotionally attached to, none of that. But the convenience side for me was like, well, I get work done for the low.
So, I guess that's where you were saying that it's like perspective. It's a like perspective thing because, like, do you feel like not dating people who are providing you services like ongoing is not a good idea? Like your barber or like, 'cause I remember I went on a couple of outings. I don't call them dates.
It was a date.
They were outings.
It was a date
with my barber, and once we stopped having those outings, I don't want to say things did kind of get weird, and I didn't really feel comfortable going. So like, are you saying like, because I play mechanics?
Okay, so that's the problem with that, and this is my side. Now, I feel like it needs to be a barrier with that? Absolutely not. I think you need to know how to navigate those realms. Like I think as adults, granted we do have feelings for each other, emotions for each other. Is impossible not to have some type of care for a person. But just because we've dated or we had something going on doesn't mean we can't still move professionally with each other.
Like, yeah, for sure.
You gotta learn how to separate the two, and I feel like that's a big problem. Me, I can separate the two. I can be romantically involved with you. I can be emotionally involved with you, and we go through a separation. But I can still, once I take a step back from you for a little bit, I can still look back and be like, oh no, you do. I don't know. I need a caterer, and I know you cook. I can come to you and use your services. I will still do. Oh, I need my haircut. I know you're a good barber. I'll come to you and get my haircut done. Oh, I need work done on my car, and I know you're a good mechanic. I'm gonna come to you to get work done on my car. One, yeah, we may not have worked romantically, physically, or emotionally, but I know you, and I know your work. So I trust you before I trust somebody who I know nothing about. And I just kind of find it like I kind of wish we all would get back, like not we all, but I wish we all could get to the point where it's like we can be cordial, friendly, or friends with somebody we have dealt with in our past without it being awkward.
Yeah, I agree. I think with the situation with my barber, it was like he already had started to slack off on the quality of my haircuts, and then like we were just talking about, like communication. Like we had went on the outing, and then during that outing, he expressed that
Y'all went on a date.
Outing. During the outing, he just was expressing that some things that he disliked about me, essentially, like that I asked too many questions, which was weird because like how else am I supposed to get to know you? What, you got something to say? Hold on.
Go ahead.
And then I think it was other. He didn't listen to loud music. It was just like little things that I guess in his mind just was his reasons to not move forward with me, and that's perfectly fine.
He chose not to move forward with you, or you just felt like...
I think we just stopped talking to each other.
Okay, yeah.
Both. I think I wasn't feeling him either, right? Because I think it was a mutual thing.
Okay.
So yeah, but ultimately I still needed him as my barber because I didn't have anybody else. It's hard to find a barber these days. So I did try to go find somebody else, and child had me looking crazy. Remember when I called you and my John was like circled? And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back. And this is my last one before I left, and he did fine, but it's what's the vibe wasn't the same. Like I can keep it cute, but it was no conversation, none of that. And I'm like, that's fine, just do my haircut, but I don't know.
Okay, with my situation, I just feel like yes, it was convenient for me to continue to deal with my mechanic. It was wrong because like I knew the emotional side that came with that, the confusion, all the other background shit that came with it. But at the same time, I'm like, well, it wasn't that fucking wrong because I was getting a discount on the work. So the rightful thing for me in that situation would have been to find another mechanic to deal with the emotional, but I would have been wrong financially because I would have been spending way more money.
Yeah. I feel like, oh, okay, I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying. Yep. It's convenient because you saving money. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I feel like, because we was talking about, like, it can be applied to, like, in different things. Relationships, career-wise. And I think I got two different ones, like, one for relationship and career. But even just talk.
I didn't even think about career-wise, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we can touch on that next. I'll just start at relationship, and then we can go to career next. But yeah, I mean, conveniently being with somebody, living with somebody, because I'm saving money on rent. Like we're splitting rent. It's convenient because I know him. You know, it's convenient because, you know, for many reasons.
Yeah, the main one is financially.
Yeah, I mean, yes, and also, I mean, I guess in hindsight, it sounds bad to say it now, like
sexually.
Because it wasn't like it was popping every time. Like, I unfortunately, I've never had an experience where I've been, what do they call it?
Dickmatized?
Yes, I've never been there. I never had a guy that really has put it down on me so well where it was just like I could just overlook everything. I'm sorry. Dick's not that good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that comes one day. I've had selfish. Well, my first one, he was a pretty selfish lover. The second one just wasn't the best in either department, but it's okay. We'll move forward. That's
why everybody have their whole phases.
I know, and I have not had one. I don't have many partners, but we're gonna talk about that.
I got enough.
We're gonna talk about that in our other episode.
Even with that, so that's another situation. Maybe you can relate with that one, but
don't get into a whole
I've definitely no. I definitely agree with that. That's another situation where it's like the what's convenient versus what's right. I've conveniently went back to numerous people from my past, and because it was convenient, because I know what's going to come from this. I know what's going to be the song and dance.
At least you're used to it. You know what's going to come of it.
Yeah, I know me talking to you. Like, yes, my emotions might get involved. I know it might not last that long, but it won't be as a letdown because I already know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
The right thing would have been doing was for me to move on, to me to talk to someone new or not talk to anybody.
Yeah, or just be with yourself.
But in that moment, I was like, well, I'm going to go with the convenience. I don't want to sleep in my bed by myself tonight. So I'm going to go over this motherfucking house.
I'll tell you. That's be the hard thing. Fighting those emotions. Because, I mean, like you said, that look like my cousin, but that ain't it.
Girl!
What?
Pay attention.
I am sorry. That's just in my direct view.
Fighting your emotions.
Yeah, so, cause I feel like in that relationship, like, there was a lot of toxic stuff going on that I should have been walked away from. But what did I keep doing? I mean, and it wasn't even because of anything with money. Like, we weren't rich. I was like, what, 20, 21 in those ages. So a bitch didn't have money. It wasn't like he was taking me out, whining and diming me. It was love. It was baby love at the time. And I was like, he gonna act right. But the right thing would have do was, bitch, leave that nigga alone. 3 years wasted on my life. More than that, to be honest. I ain't gonna say wasted. I take it back. Oh, Lord, forgive me. Yeah,
it's not a waste.
It's not a waste. It was all for a reason. It's all I learned from it. But in hindsight, like, the right decision would have been to, after the first time that I found out he was cheating on me, let that nigga go.
So how many times have you stayed?
So the first time I actually found out, it was confirmed. That was one time. And then maybe 2 or 3 times.
Same. Because
I feel like
I leave at the...
Yeah. The thing is, I kept, like, seeing the little things that, like, one time he was on my phone playing, and at this time, y'all, don't judge me. I was young and toxic too, possibly. But I was following his phone because he was at work, but he was not at work.
How did you follow his phone?
Because he was on my phone playing.
So how did you?
Because I was able to see where the phone was going. I don't even know if it was iPhone at the time. I don't remember how I did it, but I did it. And he was not at work. He was traveling to somebody's house, and I was calling him, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm at work," and my dumb ass believed him.
What did he do for work?
He was a security guard.
So you should not have been traveling.
Allied, whatever.
So he should not have been traveling.
No, he should have been in one spot. So my dumb ass believed them and just kept believing. It was just like, girl, really? Like,
you see the phone moving and you believe in it.
Right. No, I mean, it's just like, because, I mean, he was a good liar. He really was just like, no, I'm at work. I see it. I was just really dumb. Unfortunately, I wanted to believe him so bad. I wanted him to be a good person, and that's where, my flaws was back in the day. I wanted to believe he was a good guy so bad because I really loved him.
Maybe he had good parts to him.
He did.
Oh my God.
But it was unfortunate that 3 long years of, unfortunately, him thinking that I was cheating on him because he was actually one out doing the dirt, and I should have been left him alone. And then you know what else I did? A year later, I invited him back into my life, and it wasn't even out of convenience. It wasn't a convenience for me at all. It was a very big inconvenience, to be honest. But I felt like that was the right thing to do because he was in a situation. I still cared about him and brought him out to, help assist. But, I don't regret it. I don't regret nothing I did.
Yeah, everything it's learning lessons and everything. Yes,
but I also think, because in the question is like, how did you navigate? What impact did it have on you or others? Honey, it impacted me because, I mean, I didn't have to go through all that stuff at a young age. I feel like if I had the guidance, unfortunately, that probably would have played a part. What's this parking right from your house?
You and these
outside.
Yes, these distractions.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay, whatever she talking about.
Oh, not whatever she talking about.
Because you got distracted. It's a
I was saying going to how it impacted you. I'm saying I didn't have to go through that. Basically, like you
didn't have to go through what?
3 years worth of going back and not really necessarily knowing my worth. Doing the right thing and feeling comfortable in that. I didn't feel confident that, I would be able to find somebody else. I didn't feel like, I won't say worthy, but I guess that really would have been a word I would use back then. But unfortunately, not being confident in myself allowed me to stay in those convenient places that weren't right for me. And I had to deal with the consequences of that. So
if you dealt with it early on, you think that at that age it wouldn't have been a situation?
I mean, if I would have cut it off earlier
Like
on?
if you would have went through a situation like that, if you would have went through a situation like that back when you was like a teenager, you think you wouldn't have dealt with it at that age when you went through it with him?
No. I'm saying no. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that if I had guidance, meaning like this is just like not even guidance in relationship wise, just assistance or feeling more of a self-worth, I guess, in that department. Feeling love from a man on a day-to-day basis. Just those little like things in the parent department. Had those things had been more modeled to me and knowing what exactly loves look like, then I wouldn't have possibly settled for what I thought love was for a long time.
Because I thought that because what I was thinking of the guidance, or if you had shown that it's like you could have that same feeling, have that same upbringing at either age, and still probably go through it if you were younger or if you were at your current age. It's still probably, but you probably wouldn't have stayed as long. Rather than like, oh, I have that guidance. I went through it when I'm younger, and here it is again. It's like I can see, because some stuff is like, yeah, we can. Our parents can show us how we should be treated and how we should maneuver through life and stuff. But we sometimes, like at least for me, sometimes I still got to go through certain stuff. Like I got to see it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what you were talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. But even just having the foundation of being like, you know, at least knowing, right, as opposed to not really going into it willy nilly, you know, like living with a guy so early on. I wouldn't have done that because Now
the other part of that question was, did it have any effect on
you or others?
Yeah. Well, I'm just focused on the others. In that situation, do you think your relationship with that person kind of affected other people?
Yeah. Me and his relationship affected a relationship with me and my best friend, unfortunately.
That mechanic situation affected us too.
Really? Who?
Your best friend.
Really? Wow.
She cussed me out.
Oh, you wanted to tell me about that. Awesome. So if we're talking about career-wise, for me, I mean, I think goes into when you were saying like, what's right is subjective, because I think what society deems as what's right is graduating high school, which is, standard, but like going to college and getting a degree and stuff like that. And I think that's subjective to everybody, because not everybody has the same
mindset or the agenda.
Same mindset or the same agenda or the same timeline of what they look like your life's supposed to be. So like with me, straight out of high school, I did go straight to Penn State. I was only there for a semester, but I didn't have enough money to keep going. So I ended up coming back, and I was out of school for a long time in relationships, and this type of relationship I was just talking about for a couple of years. And I'm just like, this ain't working. And so eventually I did go back to school, but I feel like what was convenient was to continue to keep living my life. But is it really convenient though? Because it's like I'm working these not dead end jobs, but these just random jobs. And that's one thing I used to hate. This side note,
random job.
Yeah, it's just like you get a job. It's like you're on Indeed trying to, or whatever it was used back in the day, trying to find a job, and there's no specific niche that I have. So I'm just looking for anything that will hire me. I don't have any specific. I don't have any specific skill, right, that I've been doing for a couple of years in order, like, I didn't go to school for anything quite yet. So it was like, that was really what pushed me to go to school, because it was just like, I'm tired of doing this different stuff, PNC, working in a damn Halloween store.
The crazy part too, though, with our time frame, before us, it was like you had to have, years back, it was like you had to have some type of skill. Then it went to you had to have some type of degree for whatever type of job. And it was like degree with experience. And then when it got to us, ours started to switch back over to you just got to get hired. Like you don't really need, like you can get in any position, get into any company or whatever field, whatever entry level, you can work your way up. But it started to switch with us. Now you see a lot of people now are branching off and doing their own shit. No education, no real background in it, just teaching themselves and turning into a profitable situation, entrepreneur wise. But it's starting to look like it's going back towards the degree situation.
Yeah, I think that right now we're in like, and it may have been the same back in the day, but it's like not about what you know, it's about who you know. Because I feel like I had decided
back in the day. I'm sorry, back in the day it wasn't who you know. Back in the day it was what degree you have and where you got it from. Then it was like they don't give a fuck where you got it from, what degree you have. Now it's like you said with us, it started to get, as long as you know somebody in there, forget what you got. How quick can you catch on to this?
I feel like it's also like both though, because I think in certain career choices is that way, like certain ways, because certain careers is like you need to have experience.
Oh, the degree,
you need to have a degree, as opposed to like
they're not about to train you.
Yeah, it's like you need to at least come in here knowing something, as opposed to being like coming in and I got to show you everything.
Correct.
So, I feel like, so what do you think is convenient then in that department? Like
for school wise?
For like career, school, like what would be convenient?
Again, it's very subjective because it was like,
that's what I'm asking you. For you.
For me. For me, it was my convenience. So I went to school in Pittsburgh. For a scholarship, left. That was kind of inconvenient for me. Inconvenient being as though the area where I was in, I didn't know shit about Pittsburgh, didn't care to be there, didn't like the school, none of that. So it was inconvenient for me to be out there.
But it was the right thing to do, right?
But it was the right thing to do.
The right thing is not always
because
convenient.
At that point it was like in my head, like the only thing that I knew I wanted to do in life was to cook. Convenient thing would have been I stayed here in Philly and went to school, or I went to Atlanta or somewhere where I went. Now, other side, if I would have went to like Atlanta, school in Texas, school in Florida, like those places, I probably would have had better connections. I realized later on in life, I'm good at networking. So I probably would have made different connections with life, whatever. My life would have been, maybe could have been different. I don't fucking know. But do I regret it? Absolutely not. I love where my life is at now. Am I cooking? No. But I had to go through those things to realize, like, the job that I came back to, I didn't want to be there. It wasn't really a good fit. The convenience with that is me staying at that job. I made it not convenient. Yeah. The convenient thing was me staying at that job for as long as I did. I had opportunities to then leave that job, but I conveniently stayed. Like I felt trapped. I felt like, I had to help these people. They taught me everything I know. I owed them this. Like I shouldn't leave. So it was very convenient for me to stay there when the whole time is like, I should have left a long time ago. Because it was convenient that I was learning these things and it was good that I was learning these things and dealing with these different type of products that I couldn't get at other places. But outside of work, I was poor. I looked like I was riding around getting it. I was poor. Like I had money to go out and party and shit like that, but at that time I didn't have no bills. Once I got rolled bills, it was like fuck check to check. Like my bills are more than my check. Like one time I got a $500 check. I said, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?" So it again very subjective because for me it was convenient for me to stay there. It wasn't a good fit, but for somebody else it would have been perfect. It was like, oh, you went off to school, you had a full ride to college, which was inconvenient for me, but it was the right choice to go out to college there because at that time I would have stayed here and wouldn't have did shit. But then me coming back, staying there was inconvenient. Going to college was inconvenient, but it was the right thing to do. Me coming back here and working at my job for as long as I was doing was convenient. The right thing would have been doing was to leave that job. But I stayed. I got complacent. I got scared. I didn't leave until I finally left. And it was like, oh, shit, I could make more money doing an entry-level fucking job, having more peace, not stress about shit, and be comfortable living a life that I know I should be living or at least want to live, or like I don't have to worry about is my lights getting cut off, is the bills getting paid, where I'm going to lay my head. I don't got stress about that. Like my home life is not a stress. So
Yeah.
Career wise, it's definitely, I feel like it's subjective per person because somebody else will be like, oh, your shit is very convenient. And then somebody else will be like, that is very inconvenient what you're doing. So I don't know what the career was. But that was my example.
So I think when I'm listening to you, I think it all sounds like the right thing that you did. Everything that you did sounds like the right thing to do. You went to school for what you wanted to do. You got a job in what you wanted to do. You stayed loyal and you stayed there and you tried it out for a couple of years. And then you decided to do something else. You tried it and then you went to something else. And if you wanted to do it again, you had that experience. You went to school for it. And you can still do it. It's just it can be a passion project as opposed to something that you do to your day to day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, so perfect. That's why I say it's subjective.
I need some water. I'm thirsty.
Now, what was the other question? Because I feel like it was another one. I had a.
When facing a choice between what's right and what's convenient, what factors tend to sway people the most? Fear, time, money, or something else?
For me, it's always money. Always money.
Capricorn.
Money is always going to, like, even with work, it's like overtime wise. If I get off, like, we have a list if you want to do overtime. If I'm off the list, I don't want to do overtime. And I know, like, I can take my ass the fuck home after my 8 hours. And they're like, well, Chris, I got 2 hours over here. You want to take 2 hours? The right thing in that moment is like, I know I'm tired. I don't want to be here. I'm going to fuck home. But I'm like, ooh, that's money. I'm not on the list. It's right for me to go home. But the money is persuading me to go ahead and do this fucking overtime. It's convenient for me to go home.
Right, I was about to say.
But that money is persuading me to just go ahead and knock out that 2 hours and get some little extra joint. So money is definitely a big persuade. I think after money, it would then be fear.
Yeah, I think mine is fear first because I think it's a lot of things that are convenient and comfortable. And comfortability can mean like in a lot of departments, like doing something new is not comfortable. It's not, which makes it inconvenient.
Yes.
But the right thing to do would be to face those fears and keep moving forward. So fear stopped me from doing a lot of things because I'm comfortable in doing nothing. That means sitting up watching TV because that's my favorite thing to do.
Oh God, that TV will draw you fucking every time.
Oh, it's my
TV
favorite
or the
thing to
phone.
do.
Something else that was eating at my head. It was like I was looking at a post your best friend put up, and it was like we were looking at it. It was this. I thought about it when you were saying the school situation. Like a lot of times we don't really know what we want to do. Graduating high school, going into college, or whatever after high school. A lot of us don't know what we want to do. The post was like, we're now in our 30s. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm at this point in life where I got X, Y, and Z, or I did X, Y, and Z. I'm here. What am I supposed to be doing now? Like, what's next? And it was like an older lady was like, joke's on you, dickhead. None of us know what we're doing. Like, no matter how old you get, we still don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're just doing it. We're just living life. Okay, is there anything currently today in any current situation you're in that you feel like you still move off of what's right versus convenient? Or are you moving towards the opposite on what's doing? No. Are you moving towards what's convenient instead of what's right? Or are you now currently doing what's right versus convenient? Did I say that right?
I understand what you're trying to say.
Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little gassy.
I think that,
and that's for y'all too. Sorry. I ain't done. My bad. That's for y'all too. Y'all can let us know y'all situations.
Yes, in the comment below.
Where y'all did some convenient shit, because I know a lot of y'all are conveniently still fucking that nigga or that bitch when the right thing to do is to move on.
Not you calling out our pubes like that.
We all been there. Tell y'all story.
Yeah. What was the question?
Currently now, are you still doing
what's right? Okay.
The convenient over what's right, or are you in a situation now you're doing what's right over what's convenient?
I'd say that I'm in the what's right versus convenient. I'm doing the right thing because I feel like I've been doing the convenient thing for a long time. Hi, Kitty. Dash is down here, guys. I'm very easily distracted. Sorry. Yes. I've been doing what's right. I think that's in different departments. Like, oh, Jesus, I struggle every day because I want wings. But do I? No. I eat the food that I got in the house. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. I should not be ordering food out all the time.
Okay, so your health-wise is you're choosing what's right.
Yes, health-wise. What else? I've
Mine
been still trying to make myself go to the gym, child, because the right thing is that I'm trying to make it 3 days a week, but it's been a struggle lately.
Wasn't you?
I was.
So why is it a struggle now? Because wasn't you doing it back when you was at home?
I know, I was. It's the move. I kind of fell off, and I've been struggling with my sleep schedule. It's just been a lot of different adjustments. I need to get back into my own space to get myself back on track. So right now I'm not really on track, which is unfortunate, but I'm still, maintaining. I'm all right. But yeah. How about you?
I'm not. I ain't been back on my gym wave in decades. It's been a while. Like I've always been my body has always been I could go to the gym, but I could also stay home. But like I'm not out of shape. This has probably been closer to this is the heaviest I've been, but not the worst shape I've been in. So I'm not, I tell myself like, oh, I should work out. And then I wake up, I'm like, my bed is too comfortable. I got to go to work. I'm tired. So I'm doing what's convenient. The right thing to do is to get a little bit of exercise in before going to work to actually exercise. Food wise, the right thing to do is to constantly go to the grocery store, have food in the refrigerator, cook. What's convenient is I like to eat out here and there. So
I like to eat out all the time.
I got you used to talk about wings. Is this place I love to get wings at? I might be going there tomorrow. Financially, I think I do both with financially. Yeah, it's like for the most part, what's right is
your bills are paid.
All my bills are paid.
That's what's right.
The convenient part is that electric bill is only $20. I'm gonna go ahead and order this off of Amazon, and we can let that roll over the next month instead of me just paying that.
$20.
It's $20.
I'm done.
So it's like that. So
that's what I'm saying. Convenient being like now that
gas bill, that's $165 every month. That bitch get paid every month.
Why?
Because it fluctuates. No, I'm sorry. Other way around. Sorry.
I was about to say.
The gas bill is $20. The electric bill is $165. It fluctuates. So I got it on a cap program because in the summertime, I don't play with this fucking heat. These AC stays on. The bill go up to 3 something.
Freezing me out.
The bill was going. I don't care. Bill was going up to 3 something. And then wintertime, it might come down to like $50. So I did a cap program, so it's $165 every month now.
It's off now, right? Because it's cold as shit outside.
The electric?
No, like the air.
Oh yeah, the air is off. Yeah.
I'm about to say
the air is definitely off. But the heat about to go up. The heat probably gonna hit like 1 something too. Listen, that's another thing I don't fucking play with. I don't care. I'm paying this mortgage. I'm paying these bills. I want to be comfortable in my house. That AC is gonna stay on, and once the heat go on, the heat is gonna stay on. It's gonna be warm in here. It might be cold down here, but it's gonna be warm upstairs.
I'm like, what you doing this weekend? Enjoying my rent, enjoying my bills, enjoying the heat that I pay for.
All this shit gonna be paid before anything else.
Okay, listen.
The car gonna be paid for because I gotta use that to get the work to make the money, and all this is gonna be paid for because I gotta be comfortable.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, y'all. And please be sure to comment below.
Like, comment, subscribe, DM. Follow us on all social media networks and block Aaron. Ooh. Oh yeah, don't forget Cash App.
Oh my God, you trying to get these money from these people? Cut it out.
We got bills to pay.
We do.